You replay the moment for days. In the shower, in the car, lying awake at 3 a.m. staring at the ceiling. You think of the perfect thing you should have said, the sentence that would have crushed them, the response that would have changed everything. But you didn't say it, you froze. You reacted with feelings, and because you reacted, you lost. The world teaches you that arguments are about logic, that if you just explain yourself clearly enough, if you just show the facts, the other person will understand. That is a lie. Arguments are not about truth. They are about who is in charge. They are about controlling the situation. Niccolò Machiavelli, the father of dark strategy, knew this hundreds of years ago. He understood that people are not logical creatures. We are emotional animals who care about rank. We don't respect the person who is right. We respect the person who is in control. Most people break in a fight. They defend. They make excuses. They scream. They cry. They hand over their power on a silver plate because they desperately want to be understood. But you are not here to be understood. You are here to be respected. Today, we are not learning how to talk better. We are learning how to break down someone's mind without raising your voice. I am going to give you 7 verbal weapons, 7 responses that don't just end the argument. They cut the other person's ability to control you. These are not clever jokes for the playground. These are mind tricks that stop people in their tracks. And the seventh one is the nuclear bomb. It is a phrase so dismissive, so final, that it doesn't just silence the room. It changes who is in charge in the relationship forever. But a warning. Once you know how to do this, you will see people differently. You will see them as puzzles to solve, not threats to fear. You will stop feeling the heat. You will start feeling the cold. And in that cold, you will find your power. Are you okay? When someone attacks you, they are usually coming from a place of hidden problems. Anger is rarely about the thing they are shouting about. Anger is a cover. It hides fear, feeling insecure, or losing control. When they scream, they want you to scream back. They want to drag you into the mud. If you get angry, you prove they are right. You tell them, yes, this situation is worth screaming about. You become their partner in the drama. Machiavelli would tell you to never fight on the enemy's ground. So how do you win? You shift the spotlight. The moment they attack you personally, raise their voice, or try to embarrass you, you do not defend yourself. You do not respond to their words. You respond to how they are feeling. You look them in the eyes. You wait 2 seconds. And you say with real, soft concern, "Are you okay? You seem really upset right now. Watch what happens." It breaks their rhythm. They were expecting a fight. They were expecting you to push back. Instead, you gave them pity by asking, "Are you okay?" You have shown them as the broken one. You have shown them as the emotional child in the room and yourself as the calm adult. You are not under attack. You are concerned. This stops them cold. They cannot keep attacking you because you have just stepped out of the role of enemy and into the role of doctor. If they say, "Of course I'm not okay. You did this and that," you simply nod, keep that calm look and say, "I hear you, but this level of anger doesn't seem to match the situation. Is something else going on?" This is a cold move. You are forcing them to look at their own overreaction. You are making them feel embarrassed about themselves. Think about it. A king does not scream at a poor person. A parent does not scream at a small child. The one who screams is the one who feels powerless. By pointing out their emotion, you remind them of their powerlessness. You are holding up a mirror, and what they see in that mirror, a red-faced, out-of-control mess, will make them want to stop. They will lower their voice. They have to, because if they keep screaming after you've asked if they are okay, they prove you right. They prove they are out of control. You win by refusing to play the game. Weapon number 2, the dead end. The co-worker who takes the opposite side just to watch you get upset. They feed on your reaction. They need you to push back so they have something to push against. If you push back, you give them energy. You give them the satisfaction of knowing they got to you. Machiavelli taught that one should never waste energy on a battle that gives nothing back. Arguing with a fool is a waste of your energy. So you cut the fuel line. When they finish their rant, when they drop their opinion designed to make you angry, you do not engage. You do not bring up facts. You do not get upset. You look at them with a flat face, no smile, no frown, and you say, "That's an interesting perspective." And then, this is the key, you go back to what you were doing. You take a sip of your drink, you check your phone, you turn to someone else. You have acknowledged they spoke, but you have shown them they don't matter. The phrase, "That's an interesting perspective," is a verbal coffin. It says, "I heard you, I thought about it, and I found it not worth talking about more." It is polite on the outside but dismissive at the core. It treats their big opinion like a child showing you a drawing. "That's nice." They will hate this. They will try to pull you back in. "So do you agree, or do you think I'm wrong?" You repeat the wall. "I think it's a perspective, and you're entitled to it. You are the stone wall." They can throw themselves against you all day, but they will only hurt themselves. You don't move. This teaches people how to treat you. It teaches them that you are not a toy that makes noise when they press a button. Eventually, they will stop trying. Not because they agree with you, but because you are boring to them. And being boring to a bully is the best safety you can have. Weapon number 3. The thinking pause. Silence. We are terrified of silence. In our world, a gapping conversation feels like something is very wrong. So when someone insults us or asks a trap question, our first move is to fill the space immediately. We blurt out the first thing that comes to mind. We stutter. We defend. We rush to close the gap because the tension hurts, but power lives in the gap. Machiavelli knew that the prince who speaks less is feared more. When someone hits you with a rude comment, a pushy question, or a clear lie, do nothing. Do not answer. Do not react. Look at them. Lock eyes. Count to 4 in your head. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 seconds of silence feels like an hour during an argument. It creates a vacuum. The other person's brain will start to panic. Did they hear me? Did I go too far? Why aren't they reacting? What are they thinking? In that silence, you are taking control. You are showing that you are not reactive. You are thinking. You are judging them. After the silence, you don't even need a clever response. The silence was the response. But if you must speak, say something that puts the word back on them. Could you repeat that? Say it slowly and calmly. Now they have to say the rude thing again. But this time the heat is gone. The moment has passed. Repeating an insult makes them feel foolish. It sounds worse the second time. They will often stumble, say it differently, or back down entirely. They are now explaining themselves to you. The one who explains loses. You have used time as a weapon. You have forced them to sit in the discomfort of their own aggression. Most people cannot handle this. They will fill the silence with an apology just to end the tension. Master the pause. It is the sound of power. The agreement trap. You're right. This is like judo. In judo, you do not block the opponent's force. You pull them forward so they fall on their own face. When someone is attacking your character, they are expecting you to fight back. They are ready for impact. You are lazy. You are selfish. You are no good. They are ready for you to say, "No, I'm not, so don't." If someone attacks you with a judgment, agree with them. "You are being so difficult right now." You say, "You're right. I am being difficult." You don't care about anyone but yourself. You say, "I can see why it feels that way." Do not say it in a sarcastic way. Say it like a fact. What can they do now? They have no next move. They swung the bat and hit nothing but air. They stumbled. By agreeing, you remove their weapon. You take away the power of those words to hurt you. If you accept the label cannot shame you. But here is the Machiavellian twist. You agree with what is true right now, not what is true about your whole self. If they say you're arrogant and you say, "I can be arrogant sometimes," you are just admitting to being human. You are taking the sting out. But then you turn it around. "You're right. I am being difficult about this because this matters to me. So how do we fix it?" See what you did? You accepted the insult, brushed it off like dust, and went back to solving the problem. You showed that your ego is not weak. You showed that you care about the result, not the fight. This shows huge confidence. Only a truly secure person can admit a flaw without falling apart. It confuses the attacker. They wanted a fight. You gave them a talk. They wanted to hurt your feelings. You showed them you have no feelings to hurt. You become a ghost. They cannot hit what they cannot touch. Weapon number 5. The reveal. This is for the trick players, the sneaky ones, the ones who hide their insults in jokes or fake helpful advice. They rely on being able to say, "I was just joking. You're too sensitive." They work in the shadows. You need to drag them into the light. When someone makes a sneaky comment or tries to undermine you quietly, you stop the conversation. You do not let it go. You ask a question that goes straight to their reason. What is your goal with that comment? Or are you trying to be helpful, or are you trying to hurt me? This directly calls out their game. You are showing the playing field to everyone. If they say, "I was just joking," you stay serious. "Explain the joke to me. I don't get it." Now they are forced to explain their own meanness. They have to explain why being cruel is funny. It is painful for them. They will squirm. They will look for a way out. By asking, "What is your goal?" you are forcing them to admit what they were trying to do. If they say, "I'm trying to help," you say, "It doesn't feel like help. It feels like criticism. If you want to help, do it differently." You are drawing a line in real time. You are teaching them that sneaky attacks will not work on you. You will see it, expose it, and reject it. Machiavelli said that one must be a fox to see traps. This question is the fox. It finds the trap and snaps it shut before your leg is inside. It takes courage. It takes being willing to make the moment uncomfortable. But remember this. The discomfort belongs to them, not you. They made the rude comment. You just turned the lights on. If the room looks ugly, it's because of the mess they made. Weapon number 6. The disappointment. I expected better. Anger is hot. Disappointment is cold. Anger means the other person is your equal, an enemy worth fighting. Disappointment means they are beneath you, someone who failed a task. This is a high power move. It works best on people who want your approval or people who think of themselves as good. When someone lies to you, breaks a promise, or acts like a child, do not yell. Yelling shows they hurt you. Instead, look at them with a heavy, tired look. Sigh just a little and say, "I'm surprised. I expected better from you." This cuts deeper than any scream. It hits their shame. It tells them they had a high place in your eyes and they have just fallen down. It puts you in the position of the judge, the parent, the one in charge. "I thought you were different. I didn't think you were the kind of person who would do this." You are using their own pride against them. They want to be seen as good and smart. You are telling them they are failing at being the person they pretend to be, and then you walk away. You leave them with that heavy sentence hanging in the air. They will chase you. They will try to fix it. They will try to prove to you that they are better. You have flipped the game. Instead of you chasing them for an apology, they are chasing you for your approval. This is soft power. You don't force them to change. You make them want to change to get your respect back. But use this carefully. It is a heavy weapon. It hurts the bond. Only use it when the bond is already broken by their disrespect. Weapon number 7. The nuclear bomb. I don't care enough to argue. We have arrived. The final lesson. There are some arguments that cannot be won. There are some people who are committed to misunderstanding you. They want the fight. The fight is what feeds them. As long as you are talking, they are winning because they are eating your time and your peace. The ultimate move is to realize that your attention is the most valuable thing you have, and you can choose to stop giving it. When you realize the conversation is going in circles, when you realize they are not listening, you use the nuclear bomb. You stop. You gather your things. You look them in the eye, completely empty of emotion, not angry, just done. And you say, "You can believe whatever you want. I don't care enough to argue with you about this." And you leave. Or even shorter, "You're right. I'm done." This is the biggest rejection. You are not saying, "I give up." You are saying, "You are not worth the effort." You are telling them that their existence, their opinion, their anger is not important enough to get a response from you. You are making them worth 0. For a person who wants attention or control, this is mental death. They will scream at your back. They will try to make you turn around. "Oh, so you're running away." Keep walking. "You can't handle the truth." Keep walking. Your silence as you walk away is the loudest noise they will ever hear. It shows that you control who gets access to you. You are the one at the gate. When they disrespect your peace, they are kicked out. This creates an empty space that they cannot fill. They are left alone with their anger, which has nowhere to go but back inside them. They poison themselves. You are free. Machiavelli wrote, "It is much safer to be feared than loved." In this context, feared means respected. It means they know you have limits. They know you have self-control. They know you cannot be bullied, baited, or broken. They know that if they push too hard, you will not scream. You will simply disappear, and that is a power that money cannot buy. Listen closely. These 7 responses are tools, but a tool is useless in a shaking hand. The words don't matter if your energy is frantic. How you say it is 90% of the power. You must practice being calm. Low heart rate, deep breathing, still eyes. When the chaos starts, you slow down. They speed up. You slow down. They raise the volume. You lower yours. This difference is what makes these tools work. It is the difference between a storm and a mountain. The storm howls. The mountain stays still. Be the mountain. Most people go through life like leaves in the wind, blown around by the feelings of others. A boss yells, they get sad. A partner argues, they get angry. They are puppets. Cut the strings. When you use these techniques, you are taking the scissors and cutting the strings that the world uses to jerk you around. It will feel strange at first. Your old self wants to defend, or old self wants to be nice, or old self wants to explain. Let the old self die. The new you does not explain. The new you watches, the new you decides. The new you speaks once with precision and then lets the silence do the heavy work. There is a strange truth here. The more willing you are to end the conversation, the more control you have over it. The less you care about winning, the more often you will win. The more you embrace silence, the more peace you will find. This is hidden knowledge because society wants you easy to control. Society wants you reactive. Reactive people buy things to feel better. Reactive people vote out of fear. Reactive people are easy to rule. Don't be reactive. Be strategic. Step out of the noise. Step into the cold. If this opened your eyes, understand, this is only what I can show publicly. There are videos I cannot upload for everyone. There are parts of dark psychology that I simply cannot talk about publicly on YouTube without being censored or having my money taken away. The system hides the most powerful information. Those exist behind the join button. If you're still here, you're not like the others. Subscribe if you haven't. But if you want what's hidden, click the join button and step into the architect level. You will unlock exclusive, uncensored videos that go deep into the human mind. Most won't. That's the point.